Hi everyone, this is Brendan from Limpllets. Today we're talking about something that quietly breaks your teams, Asana templates. Not because Asana is bad, but because most teams use templates the wrong way and then wonder why nobody actually follows them. So let's go through the four biggest mistakes that I see over and over again. We'll log into Asana. The first one is turning a template into a bloody novel. Someone creates a new template and they want to be thorough. They want to cover absolutely everything. So what happens? The checklist becomes 87 tasks long. Each task is about five subtasks, and each subtask has comments. Each comment has even more instructions. Now, instead of helping your team, the template actually overwhelms the team if it's too thorough. So, here's what really happens next: people start skipping steps, they ignore the template, they create their own shortcuts, or even worse, they stop using it completely. Templates should reduce thinking. If your template feels like reading a manual, it's too heavy. Asana makes it easy to keep adding more and more detail because you can add sections, you can add subtasks, you can custom fields, and you can add attachments. And before you know it, your template feels like a university syllabus. The problem is not Asana, the problem is lack of restraint. Templates should be clear and focused. Not everything you know needs to go inside one project. All right, so mistake number two, there's no single owner, so the templates rot. What do we mean by this? And this one is subtle. You build a template and the team uses it and everything looks fine, but nobody owns the template. So no one is responsible for improving it or cleaning it up or even updating it. What happens then? The business changes, processes may change, or even clients can also change, but your template stays the same. 6 months later, it contains old steps, it references outdated tools, and includes tasks that nobody uses anymore. Then you get people start saying, yeah, I don't follow that template exactly. That's when your template starts dying. Asana doesn't force ownership for templates. So you can save a project as a template and duplicate it forever. But without a clear owner, templates slowly decay. Therefore, templates are like living systems. They need maintenance. So no owner of a template means no maintenance. The third mistake is people run outdated checklists. And this one creates silent damage to your client relationships. Let's say you improve your onboarding processes. You update the template, but someone duplicates the old version, or they saved a copy months ago. They could even bookmark an older template. Now, what you have is Team A is using version 1, Team B version 2, and Team C is using something they modified locally. Nobody in your team is aligned. And Sona doesn't have built in version control for templates in a way that prevents duplication chaos. You can update the original template, but if people duplicate old copies or modify their own versions, then consistency across teams disappear. And at the end, this leads to different deliverables, quality, and client experiences. And the big problem is you won't notice this immediately. Version confusion is slow and quiet, but it hurts consistently. Right. Let's look at mistake number four the teams make. And this one is huge. A template would say instructions for using template, identify key stakeholders, or define project goals. But what does it actually mean? Where's the example? Where's the format? Where's the file? and who's responsible. In Asana, you can attach files, paste links, and assign dependencies and responsibilities, but many teams don't. They assume that people know what to do, just follow the steps. So every time someone hits that task, they ask, all right, so where's the template? What does this look like? Even is there an example that I can follow? And now the template isn't saving any time anymore. It's actually creating questions and more work. Templates without embedded clarity force repeated conversations. A strong template should answer most questions before they even asked. If it doesn't, then people improvise. And improvisation kills standardization. So those are the big four ones. It's too long, no owner, no version control, and no embedded clarity. Again, these flaws aren't due to Asana itself, because Asana is a powerful tool. But powerful tools amplify messy systems if they're not carefully managed. For context, this is how we do this in LemPlates, which is the tool we use ourselves. LemPlates is checklist first. It's not project heavy. It's quite clearly laid out. So what it does is it encourages tighter, clearer templates instead of massive project builds. The second, reusable standards. Instead of everyone duplicating their own versions, templates are reused and shared. You can publish them and share them. They're meant to be refined and reused consistently. Next is embedded instructions. Each checklist item is designed to include step-by-step guidance and references. There's also a marketplace model, which means templates are built for reuse and clarity from the start. So, final thoughts is Asana templates can be extremely powerful, but most teams make them too big, forget ownership, ignore version control, and leave steps unclear. When that happens, templates stop being helpful, and teams go back to improvising. The tool isn't the issue, the structure and discipline is. If you want to see this approach in full, LemPlates is linked below.